Hey everybody, clearing. This is going to be a Divine Masculine check-in. I'm just going to pull a few cards to see what the general energies are that the Divine Masculines are navigating right now. What are the main spiritual lessons, the themes going on in their world? I have been pre-shuffling some decks. I saw the Emperor and the Lovers in my Wild Unknown deck that I will be using for the main reading, and I heard the message the Emperor has a choice in love. The other deck was the Three of Swords with the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse, so there seems to be some heartache regarding karmic situations right now. I'm not anticipating those cards to come up in the main reading, but we will have a look in just a moment. But those might be some messages for some. So here we go. I'm just going to shuffle for the overall energies for the Divine Masculines right now. What is it that they are navigating in their 3D world? Oh wow, some things fell on the floor already. 1 minute. Okay, so the bottom line in their world right now is they want unconditional love. They want the love of a lifetime. They want the real deal. But they have the Ten of Cups in the reverse. So Divine Masculines are desperately wanting complete happiness as their full priority. Look at all these cups. That's the first message. So we have seen Divine Masculines being very 3D oriented in the past. And the other cards that came out, the Moon energy, Divine Feminine energy, has been absolutely everywhere in the readings lately. We have just come into the Libra new moon. There has been a massive shake-up for what is justified, what is right and true and fair in love. So the moon is heavily at play with the Divine Masculines right now. Here's that cup of love, the Knight of Cups, holding that one cup. This can be love messages, this can be an offer, this can be coming forward. The horse is not walking. And this is funny, I've heard other readers lately saying you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. I'm hearing that the Divine Masculines don't know for sure if they were to offer love, if they would be rejected or not right now. So that's interesting, perceived or not. And then they are putting down their guard. So whatever it is that they are hesitant about as far as being received, it looks like they are recognizing that it's their own defensiveness that might be projecting onto their Divine Feminine at this time, and continuing to see those themes of their Ten of Cups not being fully in the upright right now, their complete emotional fulfillment. Any areas where that's lacking, they're really seeing personal accountability there. I'm going to pull one Starseed card. Okay, we get two. For the main energy, Seal of Metatron. Form, structure, foundation, and cosmology. As they focus more on love, they are expanding their cosmology of what is included in what they believe this life is about, is what I'm hearing. And dimensional planes of perception, number 9, universal understanding, objective observation. So yeah, their cosmology is expanding. They are getting very close to full-blown enlightenment and really close to that unconditional love, that Ace of Cups all around. They're really looking at things through the lens of love, the eyes of love. Okay, let's get into the main read. So thank you, Divine Creator, for using me as a channel of only the highest and most beneficial information. What are the Divine Masculines that I'm tuning into here? What are they thinking about the connection at this time? What are they feeling for their Divine Feminine? What are they wishing? What action are they taking? What is the biggest challenge for them? What is the spirit guidance in overcoming that challenge? And where is the connection going at this time? Thank you, Divine Masculine Collective, Higher Self, for coming in, you exquisite beings of love and light. Oh, the Emperor and the King, and the Knight of Wands. So there's some temptation for some Divine Feminines right now. There might be other suitors, other potential masculines on the scene. So just remember the difference between your masculine and any of the other energies that you might be encountering right now. And divine masculines, make sure that you understand the difference between those two as well. Emperor energy versus that temporary weaker energy. Okay, so we are getting, what are the divine masculines thinking of the connection? The Five of Coins, this is coming in from out of the cold. In the reverse, divine masculines are wanting to close the gap in the connection. However that resonates, let's get a clarifier. Why is that? Five of Coins here. We get the Ace of Coins in the reverse as well. So divine masculines know that they can say something or do something that's going to make the difference, but they are still hesitating on what that is. I think we saw why in the underlying energy to begin with. Okay, what is the divine masculine feeling for his divine feminine and the connection at this time? The Fool in the reverse. So that's a card of not wanting to be foolish, not wanting to mess it up, not knowing if he's being foolish at this time by either taking action or not taking action. Let's see some clarification on this. Ooh. The card's falling down. We're getting a lot about this. There's a little bit of a story here. Pardon me. Okay, the bottom line on the floor is the Temperance, the healing card. So he still needs to heal. He just knows, I think there's been something that's triggered the divine masculines lately, a final purge this moon cycle, because we saw the moon and the underlying energy. The Seven of Wands again is in this deck in particular with the crystal ball here. It's looking to the future and just holding space, holding that frequency, not running, not freaking out, just gathering oneself, collecting oneself, getting the bearings. The Hanged Man in the reverse. Today this card has shown up repeatedly as a yes or no, black and white, a definite energy and temptation to define things. In the reverse, it is potentially a lessening of that need to make things a certain way and softening the energy into more of an acceptance. But it can mean that the divine masculines are sort of holding back, going within and knowing their own truth, might be projecting things externally. Take that how it resonates. And then we have this darn combination, the Five of Wands and the Ten of Wands. They are really looking at karmic cause and effect, life review, more life review energy, and they're looking at how they have conducted themselves within this twin flame journey, within the connection, and hoping beyond hope that the divine feminines don't think of them as foolish, as they are beginning to see themselves as having been very, very foolish in some regard. Specifically where it has to do with the choices that they've made and how they've conducted themselves. They're healing their own insecurity, their own blows to ego, their own clumsy energy is what I'm hearing. So just sending the divine masculines this beautiful beacon of balance and temperance here, because not all is lost. Definitely this is the journey, divine masculines. Okay, so what are the divine masculines wishing for the connection at this time? Strength. Yeah, they're balancing out towards strength. They're also intending to have that strength to go forward into communication or offering to close that gap. Let's get some clarification on this. Yeah, the Hermit. They're raising their vibration. This is a card of levitation. You have to be in a pretty high vibe to actually physically levitate and believe anything to be possible, but this is the level of strength that the divine masculines are moving into. They're seriously wanting to take things up a notch up to the next level, and they know that it has to do with their own frequency, their own inner composure. Okay, what action are they taking at this time? Ooh, Ace of Wands. It's a passionate new beginning. Commitment to self is what I'm hearing. Commitment to the soul path, commitment to the journey. This is the one flame, one of the twin flames as well. Let's get some clarification on this passionate new beginning. What are the divine masculine's actions at this time? What is this Ace of Wands? Wow, strength in reverse to clarify it. And we just got the strength card. We also have the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse and the death and rebirth card. I think we got this for the divine feminine yesterday. So for this passionate new beginning, they really are working on that inner strength. I was going to say when I was talking about the wish for the divine masculine that it felt a lot about what the actions were that were being taken, and here it is as a major confirmation because the strength card is here as well. So not feeling fully empowered, but wanting to, and that means making the steps and choices on the daily that support that expression, because it's one thing to intend things, but to walk the walk and to talk the talk and to live it is another thing. So the divine masculines are committing to self. How powerful is that? Wow. So there has been a death and a rebirth, and I'm really being reminded of how people-pleasing the divine masculines are. They're really looking at the ways in which they have let themselves and others down by people-pleasing, is what I'm hearing here. The foundation has been laid, and they're switching the foundation of what they want to be laying. They no longer want to be putting their efforts into things that are not in their fullness and their strength and their power. There's been a transformation of this, and they're wanting to very much have a rebirth. And there's that star of destiny, the sun, the enlightenment. So yeah, as within, so without. This is the cosmic sun and that inner soul fire. So they are recommitting to path. All right, what is the major challenge at this time? Again, putting down this defensive energy. This is the second time we've had the Seven of Wands. The guarded energy with the divine feminine in the heart space has been put to rest, and here it is again, putting that down. So why is this a challenge? Let's get some clarification. A few things coming out. The one that showed up in the upright is the Knight of Cups. So putting down the guard concerning approaching, offering love, speaking love to the feminine. And here's the Queen of Wands and the King of Pentacles in the reverse. So this is the long-term commitment to this Queen of Wands. So I'm hearing that the divine masculines feel like they're in this Seven of Wands energy regarding approaching the divine feminine, and they see the divine feminine already in queen status in this regard, bravely speaking her truth, speaking from her soul, speaking from her capacity there, and they're showing up as a knight in the love department and not quite a king in the financial material realm department. And I'm hearing they're hoping that the combination of this almost king and this knight energy in some regards will still be worthy for this queen, because they really look at you as a free spirit, divine feminines, a master of that freedom, that grace, that flow through life. Life happens for you. They see that it rises up to meet you at your command, dear divine feminine. And that's at least how the divine masculines are seeing you, and they are coming into that embodiment as well. The strength is coming into alignment with that kind of an energy as well. So what is spirit guidance as the solution for this challenge? How to match the frequency of the divine feminine. Putting to rest the anxiety. This is the Nine of Swords in the reverse. So sleepless nights, anguish, nightmares. The divine masculines could be having nightmares right now, or overcoming nightmares. I'm going to pull some clarification on that one. Getting a few things here. Okay, wow. Yeah, so nightmares have to do with not trusting that higher knowing, the High Priestess in the reverse, and the Four of Swords, that rest period, integration. So they've been doing a lot of process, a lot of inner work, all consuming, I'm hearing, like on par with Dark Night of the Soul, but really I'm feeling not an emotionally overwhelming, but very emotionally consuming and productive. So they have been really trudging away at it. They have been putting in their full effort. So Divine Masculine, it's time to rest and a reminder to let go. There is a deep need to surrender. I know for a long time the Divine Masculines were telling the Divine Feminines to let go of them, and the Divine Feminines were trying to figure out the languaging to say that they need to let go of the pain, not the Divine Masculine, because you can't let go of your twin in that strange 3D interpretation anyways, you're one soul. So the Divine Masculines have also been wrestling the connection, why they can't let go of the connection. And so spirit guidance is stop looking at it as though you need to let go of the connection and your Divine Feminine. Dear Divine Masculine, you need to let go of the anxiety that any worldly view of the connection produces for you. That's the first message there for the solution. The second one is step out of your comfort zone and go towards what you are seeking. Nine of Swords is also an energy of resistance, and so if your inner knowing, if this Ace of Wands that you're wishing to activate in your life, this soul alignment is calling you home, step out of your comfort zone and go towards it. Go towards it. Trust yourself. Trust yourself to take appropriate action and follow that. Listen to your knowing. And we have even one more card here. So the Star card in the reverse. Know that you are the master of your destiny. Not everything is written in stone. Divine Masculine. We've been getting this Star card in the reverse so frequently, and the big message with this is that you get to write your story. You are a co-creator. It's not all designed for you. Part of the magic of this life is that it is uncertain, and you get, it's like a choose your own adventure story. You get to be the writer of this story too. It's not all right and wrong. There isn't a higher power that is there waiting to catch you up on doing these right and wrongs. It is about following your heart and being divinely creative with how you choose to implement those things. So you have more power, you have more freedom than you're giving yourself credit for. Okay, embrace that, and that, I'm being told, is the difference between being in this Seven of Wands and the frequency that you view your Divine Feminine in. That's the energy that bridges that gap. Okay, where's the connection going in the near future? The High Priestess. So we just had the High Priestess in the reverse as a reminder to the Divine Masculines to continue embodying this. I think we've seen these cards coming out in multiple decks daily for over a week now, and so we are still getting that non-action, going within. Here's that crescent moon as we come out of the new moon. We're at 4 degrees now, and we're coming into that energy more and more, bringing the awareness. So I'm hearing this is going to be a powerful moon cycle for the Divine Masculine's thoughts traveling. Some twins could be traveling to meet up, I'm hearing here. The energies are allowing for thoughts to be revamped, paradigms to be let go of, new thoughts to come in, progress between the two. So be still and trust your intuition regarding this progress, Divine Masculines. You have more control in the situation, more safety, more ability to trust than you are tapping into. Okay, let's get some final cards for guidance here. Divine Feminines, one card for the Divine Feminines. Spirit guidance for the Divine Feminines, please. What is it that the Divine Feminines can most know at this time? Would most benefit from hearing? Nothing's gonna come out. Let me try one more time. I'll switch decks if nothing comes out. Interesting. We are going to another deck. So Starseed Oracle. What is it that the Divine Feminines? The heart is awake. Sorry for any interruption, everybody. I just have someone in the room with me. I apologize. The heart is awake. Love, innocence, and reverence. So Divine Feminines, the first message I heard was your Divine Masculine's heart is awake. Have no fear. Believe it. Have reverence for that. This is an absolutely mind-blowing journey, isn't it? So first off, believe that. Secondly, have the reverence that you are on this journey, that you found yourself in alignment with this, and be in deep gratitude for that. Continue to embody the love and keep the freshness, the innocence. Also take from this reading that there is nothing set in stone. We are co-creating this at every turn. What would you like to co-create? Okay, for Divine Masculines, what is the final message here in today's reading for Divine Masculines? Oops, 2 cards wanted to come out. There we go. So for Divine Masculines, Dimensional Planes of Perception, number 5, Spiritual Strength, Virtue, and Valor. We got the Strength card twice for Divine Masculines, and that High Priestess energy of the embodied spiritual presence. So yeah, that combination. Number 5 does talk of change, and so for Divine Masculines, there are major changes coming in as far as you feeling empowered strength regarding your intuition, regarding your knowledge, regarding your knowing, regarding your ability to embody the Divine Feminine energy and to connect with your Divine Feminine externally. Yeah, so much love, everybody, and many blessings. See you tomorrow.